But yeah, no, it's so good. Like their rhythm,
the groove
is just good.
It's there.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing it.
Yeah.
Howdy, Meowers! Welcome back to the BlushCat podcast. My name is Viettra, and today we are talking about April K-pop comebacks.
Hello, Viettra. I can't wait to talk about these comebacks today because there's some big ones here. There's a lot we've got to cover, but there's one big name. There's one big name that you might be expecting that you're gonna have to wait a little longer for, and we're all torn up about it.
Yeah, we will not be covering PLAVE's comeback today in this episode. I know. Stay with us. We are going to do the PLAVE episode part, I don't know, what is it, 6, I think, maybe. That is going to be about the Caligo Pt.2 era, their comeback, and maybe we'll talk about some like lives that we've seen recently or something like that. So please subscribe, stay tuned. You don't want to miss us talking about PLAVE's comeback.
Yeah, we just really knew that if we tried to include it today, we wouldn't be able to fully cover it, and or we'd be like not covering the other things fully, or
Right.
like, you know, it needed its own episode. So, but we have so many other good things to cover today, so don't worry.
Yes, and there are a lot of things that we knew about, that we were consuming from this month, but there's no way we are going to get to it all today. So as we've been saying, look forward to the roundup at the end of the year when we might bring back some of these comebacks and discuss them then instead of now. But we are starting with KickFlip, of course. Round of applause for KickFlip and for me standing KickFlip.
I think KickFlip is actually possible. I mean, maybe not. Is KickFlip one of the groups that we have managed so far to cover every single comeback of? Because we did a KickFlip episode where we went through every comeback. And so really we haven't, like, everything has been covered so far. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. And, you know, maybe we're going to have to do KickFlip episodes. Like we have PLAVE episodes. Like that's why we're doing the PLAVE comeback in its own episode, because we have like a PLAVE series already going. But who knows what point it will get to with some other groups. I don't know. You just got to wait and see. But KickFlip, we did talk about their pre-release 20 already, I believe. In the March comebacks episode must have been when we talked about that, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so it was so good. It still is so good. Everybody go listen to that episode of our podcast to hear what we thought about that. But literally, it is just so incredible. I love that song. It's so good. The music video is so good. The performances are so good. I just really like it. But eye-poppin is the title track. And what does that exactly mean? What are we calling it that for?
Your eyes pop out of your head out of shock?
Yeah, sure.
Out of, I don't know, annoyance?
Yeah. That's what we're saying, because like the Korean title is kind of like saying I want to be annoying in your eyes. Like I want you to view me as somebody who's like annoying and like, oh my gosh, like you won't leave me alone.
Yeah, the vibe I guess is kind of like like that person's just kind of always around, like they just they're just, you know, they're still at it sort of vibe.
Yeah. So right away, this whole comeback has such a strong vibe, very unique concept, and I'll say that they have definitely maintained that concept the entire era. They perfectly conveyed it just the whole entire time, so I really appreciate that. I really respect that. And so I will just, get things going by talking about the concept photos. Did you see any of those ever?
I don't think so.
Well, I kept talking about them, so you'd think you would have looked at them at some point.
I mean, I got such descriptions of them that like, why? What's the point? Why need?
Yeah. They had quite a few different versions though, and I thought they were all really good. Like, once again, you could really tell what they were going for. You just, like, there was no explaining that needed to be done. It was just all right there happening in the photos. But they were all very fresh, very unique. I have not seen, like, stylistically, like, the shots, like, the composition, I guess, was a little bit, like, maybe trendy. And I've, like, maybe seen some concept photos like that before. But, like, in terms of having it as the concept and the way that they were doing it, it definitely felt very fresh and very distinctly KickFlip. And so I just really liked all of them.
Good. Sometimes when they have concept photos for a comeback or a group, it really feels like it's just because you need concept photos.
Yeah.
And it's like they're not actually building a concept, or you thought they were building a concept, and then you're like, I thought that was going to be the concept, and that's not the concept at all.
Exactly.
So it's really nice to hear, they had the concept in these concept photos. It was very clear and it delivered, and they carried it out throughout this whole time. It's like, okay, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's definitely a big, like one of the biggest things I have to say about KickFlip's comeback this time is, in general, I appreciate how much the entire My First Kick era felt like an era. It felt like a moment. It was the perfect time, like the perfect time of the year to release something like this, and they were bringing all the right energy. So I think it's really going to be a memorable comeback, and I love that. Like, I love that I could feel that being in it.
Yeah, and that too seems kind of interesting because, like, I wasn't there for the other comebacks, like the other eras for KickFlip, right? Like, we all saw it after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they could have felt like that in some way or another. But I feel like if I were to think about any of the music videos and stuff previously, there never has been that strong of a concept. And I would say even if you were to take this like era, they still always just look like they're kind of like, wearing normal clothes. Like, maybe there's like a color that they go with or like a pivot to the style, but it's like nothing is very super stylized or anything. It's all pretty like kind of, this has been the same. And so you would think, oh yeah, they haven't really ever had that much of a strong concept, but they took the concept in terms of like attitude. Like, the concept was not like a stylized thing so much as it was like a concept, I guess.
Yeah. So just in general, everybody can already tell that I really enjoy it. But also the trailer, or I don't exactly know what they were calling it. I don't remember if it was specifically labeled as a trailer or not. But that was really enjoyable. I thought it was really funny. And so that also helped set the mood for this comeback. And so, eye-poppin'. I really love this song. I just have been listening to it so much. I have no problems with it whatsoever. I am so just over the moon about it. I was like, you always get a little scared when you really love previous stuff, and you're like, well, I don't know what's gonna be next. And so then 20 came out, and already I had experienced the first relief. I was like, wow, this is so good. Like, wonderful. And then, like, you know, the title track was still on its way though. But I had said in the other episode when we talked about 20 that I was like, I heard snippets and stuff as they were teasing it, and I was like, I think I'm gonna like it. And so I really, really do. And everything has just been so good. It's been really good. They had some showcase performances. They had a showcase, and they had an Mnet comeback special once again. The showcase though, I thought, honestly, I was like, are they never gonna upload that? Am I never gonna get to see it? So they just did upload it finally the other day. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but their performances, they're just bringing so much energy. The ad-libs were a lot of fun. They did that in multiple performances actually, and it was always really funny to watch how the other members would react, and they were always laughing and stuff like that. And there was one stage, I think it was an Inkigayo performance that they did, and Kaehoon at his part, he went through Minjae and Keiju instead of going through Keiju and Juwon. And so like the other members were kind of like, they started to laugh, and even Kaehoon was like laughing at himself. I don't know if he intentionally did it or not, but it was like, you know, those types of things make performances so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, it feels more real. It feels more like you're actually experiencing like people performing on a stage. And so just lots of stuff like that is happening with KickFlip that is not going unnoticed in a positive way.
They're being eye-poppin' for sure.
Yeah. And so just, yeah, there's a lot of highlights to the song. Just like all the vocal tones, once again, with all of the members are coming through. They're all so distinct. They're all working so well and balancing the song. And shout out to Keiju. I really love his parts. I mean, I can go down the line and just say that to about everybody. Shout out to Donghyun though, once again. Like, just it's blowing my mind, quite frankly. It really is. And that's like the title track.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really good too. Just like I thought Band-Aid and My First Love Song and 20 were all really good, because I feel like I would put this song in the same bag as those songs.
Yeah.
But this one specifically, yes, I love the energy. And I don't even mean that I love the level of energy. I'm saying like I love the vibes.
Yeah.
Like I love the energy that is like going along with this song.
Yeah.
It's just so like happy and like carefree, and like, you know, it makes you just feel like you want to just like go out into like a field and just like take off, you know? It's like that kind of vibe. It's like, wow. So that's really fun. And the live vocals, really nice to hear. And I was just thinking, like, this group, KickFlip, they're just really likable. Like, they have so much charisma, and I would not say that they have riz. I would say they have charisma. Like, as in, they're just plain old, like, I feel like it's a very easy to like group. Like, if you just like come across them, you'd be like, wow, they seem so fun, so likable, so normal, so like, you know, like they're giving you enough, like you were saying, like that makes it feel like you're watching real people.
Yeah.
Like you're getting enough from them that you're like, you can easily like get on board.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like they're not doing a whole bunch of like sad or scared. Like it keeps being so happy and like positive. I mean, 20, it was a little bittersweet, it felt like. But like, it seems like a good time all around.
Definitely. I am sorry, but like, once again, I keep saying once again, but props to me. Like, can we just like take a minute. How did I know?
Sometimes you just know.
Literally, how on earth did I know? I had nothing to go off of. I just got the feeling. I just got this natural gut instinct to stand kickflip.
Who was it with the shooting?
It was Minjae.
Okay, that's what I thought. So what if he fumbled? What if Minjae didn't get the shot?
Wow. Honestly, like at some point we know at some point I would stumble upon kickflip and be like, listen, I gotta check out their music because something somewhere.
I mean, probably already just now, like with this comeback, you would have checked it out. Like, if you hadn't checked out the last comeback, you would have been like, oh, let me see like what groups are having comebacks. Oh, this kickflip group is having a comeback. I'll check it out.
Like at some point, because I am that way, it probably would have happened because they're good enough to stand. But I just knew it. So anyway, Backward was their B-side that they promoted. And I think that's a great song. It's really interesting that it has the same like concept and theme, but in a completely different genre. Like it's done completely differently, but obviously the choreography is a big highlight here. Like the frog move, I love that part. I love it so much. And like the bridge thing, that's always like a really classic move to pull out. It's like, ooh, they don't know what I have in my back pocket. But to see somebody doing that for like a real choreography, not just like a special stage at some sort of thing, that was a pretty unique take. And just like the whole song, the fact that they're literally like trolling everybody is just so iconic.
Sure, yeah. I don't really have anything specific to say about Backward.
Oh, you didn't want to talk about Minjae's part?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I just love I love Minjae's part when, you know, they're doing like the bridge move. Like I'm talking about I'm calling that move with Donghwa and Kaehoon like a bridge. I'm not talking about the bridge of the song.
Yeah.
And then Keju crawls out from under them. But Minjae's part right there is really fun.
I mean, I like it overall. Like it is good as well.
Oh,
but
okay. That's what I thought.
What do you mean?
No, that's my way to like get to talk about it myself without like me having to be the one to bring it up. It's like, oh, didn't you maybe want to mention that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Okay. So did you happen to see the clip for Stupid?
Yes, I did.
How did you feel about that?
It was good. I just feel like this song, like I like Stupid.
Yeah.
I like it, and they're the line that they say, people want the steady side of me. That line drives me insane because it sounds so much like some song, some like 2000s or something, Green Day, Yellow Card, I don't know, like one of those bands. This line, the way that they sing it, it sounds so much like that, and I'm here for it. I love it. And so I do like the song. Because it's like
it sounded so like dignified all of a sudden.
I quite like the song. So it's called Stupid, right? And it's like sounds so much like that other music that I just was trying to equate it to and mention, but it's like with it's minus the angst. Like it feels very refreshing.
Yeah, it does.
So I really like that it's like giving those sort of nostalgia vibes and giving that like angsty, like that classic angsty teen sound, but the song actually is like very like happy.
True.
Like, so it's nice. It's once again, it's just like, how does kickflip like just continuing to kind of like bring this positivity through somehow? It just keeps making everything very pleasant.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought that the live clip was really enjoyable. I thought that the like little video that they had too for the comeback, like the Mnet comeback show, was good too. And just all the songs on the album, I literally, like, if you saw the Meower Monthly for April, you'll know, just, like, I had this album on repeat so much. I think, what did it say? Like, I literally had to send you a screenshot of the time it said I was listening to KickFlip, and like the songs on the album had like an absurd number of plays. It's just really good. I really like Scroll. There's like the least amount of stuff for Scroll, but shout out to her because I love her. She's just like, the energy there is just really good. I love songs like that.
Yeah, I mean, Scroll really reminds me of something, and I have no clue what it is. But I also just think, like, this word keeps coming up. I just thought it was really pleasant. I was like, oh, you know what? This one is, like, nice. Like,
yeah. Yeah. I kind of maybe get just B a little bit.
Okay.
I don't really know why. But obviously we got to shout out Roar once again, because just all the references, just tying in the concept, like having Devil Wing as a reference makes the whole eye-poppin concept like work even better, honestly. And then My Direction, wow, like I think this song is really, really nice. I love how it's like bouncy but also emotional.
Okay. Roar, let me go back to Roar for a second, because I don't know the Devil Wing lore still yet, but I would say I do get how Roar is a vibe, and I think it sounds a little bit like, maybe you can think this is weird, but just think about it for a second.
Okay.
I think it sounds a little bit like NCT Dream or Rise.
Yeah, sure, like I totally get that.
Like, I was like, don't think like NCT Dream, like, you know, the other type of NCT Dream. Like, obviously it would be the type that's more like Roar.
I mean, I kind of get like also NCTU.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I also get ZB1.
Okay. And then My Direction, I mean, this one, obviously, it's going to be a little bit more of a hard sell for me to be the slower type of song, but I do think it's quite nice as well.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely am not like, oh, okay, yeah, and then they had that other slower song. I think it's good.
The vocals are really nice in this one, and I feel like some people are getting some different style of parts in it. So that's really good. And just in general, like, I love the member involvement with any group. So that's really good. I feel like they have the most so far, like with this era. I don't know. But everything is just really, really good.
Yes.
I guess I'll also just say now, because I mean, a lot of the ones I felt that way about aren't even ones that we're covering. So it's not like we're going to talk about them and I'll have to be like, you know, oh, but I said KickFlip was like way better. But after watching every other comeback from this month that we were potentially going to talk about, I just found myself getting, and I'm going to be completely honest here, more and more disappointed.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, but KickFlip has just set the bar so high that a lot of stuff that I've been consuming lately has just felt so flat and uninteresting. I'm like, if a group that debuted last year can do this, why can't you? They're just like, KickFlip is just bringing so much energy to every activity, not even just every performance, but they clearly seem to enjoy performing, and it seems like they want the audience to enjoy their performance too. But there's so many groups out there that I feel like just don't care, or they can't convey that they care.
Can I say something maybe even spicier than that?
Sure.
Seeing as we're now on this topic, well, for one, I'm scared for KickFlip's next comeback now because you've set the bar so incredibly high.
I know. It doesn't matter. We can have a casual chill time. It doesn't, like they had this excellent era. We can flop next time. I don't know.
Okay, so here's what I'll say after what you have just said. Because I don't think that you're wrong in what you're saying, but I want to add on to it and say that I feel like maybe somehow KickFlip being this way, because they're not the only group that is this way.
Right,
They're
definitely
not.
not.
They're the only group that is this way, quote unquote. I say only, but like not exactly. But they're one of the few groups that is this way that is popular, like that has a lot of people knowing about them. And so maybe with this, they can be setting the bar for the other groups that are the big groups, that people know about. And I'm talking more recent as well, because a lot of formerly big groups, like groups that like are still active, but like have kind of faded out of the mainstream eye, they were doing it, but like the mainstream eye, I feel like has got a lot of focus on these newer groups that I never really thought were delivering. And it was so unfortunate because they were from really big, really popular, really famous companies, and so they get so much clout immediately, and everyone, I think, kind of just had to accept that as, if we want to be listening to groups and watching things and stuff, like this is what we have to pick from. Yes. And even though there were those other gems, Blitzers, DKZ, like there were other gems in there, but like nobody knew about them. And if they weren't like actually searching, they couldn't find them. Yeah. And so maybe KickFlip being from a big company and having a whole bunch of clout right from the start, but also like actually delivering, can help these other groups. Like they're gonna look bad, like the longer this goes on, the worse these other groups are gonna be looking.
Yeah, and it's like, just to reiterate that it's not just KickFlip that is able to have a good performance and like bring good energy and make it actually feel worthwhile, but it is like in terms of recent groups and especially recent comebacks, something that makes them stand out positively, and it's to my preference. Like the energy that they're bringing is what I prefer.
Yeah, sometimes I will see a group and I'm thinking, wow, like they are really quite good at performing. Like, oh wow, they really did like have a strong concept here and all that, but I'm like, I just don't actually care about this at all. Yeah. So we might not be covering them for that reason. Or maybe, we're recognizing that they're just actually not delivering and we're not covering them for that reason. But you will never know why we're not covering the groups that we are not covering. But we still have more good ones to talk about as well. Like they're not the only group that is doing that, but they probably are the biggest, like the most clout group on this list.
Most clout group.
Right?
Yeah, probably.
Most clout group on this list. So every other group that we're covering that we also think is doing a great job, just think they're not getting as much recognition, and that's not fair.
Yeah, so let's move on then to &ONE.
Talk about not getting as much recognition.
Literally, what is with that?
I don't know, because I've been with them since debut. Pre-debut, okay, I was a Not Camden pick. Yeah, I really was.
Yeah, she was there, everybody.
Everybody laughed at me. I'll never stop bringing it up.
All right.
Now, did I miss Brian's potential? I did. I'll be honest.
Okay, so you can go ahead with this one and just talk about whatever you feel like talking about.
Okay, so their title track, God, initially, just when I was learning about what the concept was probably going to be and what it was called, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Okay, like, am I gonna like this? Is this gonna be really weird? Like, what is it? But actually, they really delivered, and the God music video is so much better than some of their other recent music videos. Like, this one I actually, like, I'm still actually not even fully like, yes, I love this concept, but still, this music video, I watch it and I'm like, okay, yes, it makes perfect sense. It's, you know, I'm not thinking at any point, what in the world were they doing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I love that for them. And yeah, like I said, I do think that they really delivered. There are some other songs, okay, like one other song that I wish, honestly, was the title track, or at least the promoted B-side. There's a favorite song that I have, but I get that the aesthetic is the strongest with God. You know, it's clearly built like a title track.
Yeah.
So I get that. I do love how they're going for the prop again. We love a group that's bold enough to go for prop moments and to execute them.
Yeah.
And even after, like, maybe there was a fumble or two last time with the spray can, they're like, we're gonna do a prop again though.
Yeah,
we'll do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I really respect that. Like, it just, like, that's how you become better performers. In any situation like that where there's like a mistake, if you're still out there and like doing it, you're like, everybody's gonna respect you more and you're just gonna keep getting better at it.
Yeah. And I mean, when you're doing it, like, however many times you do it, like, you're not perfect, you know. You could screw up one time and it doesn't mean that you're terrible. Like, they did it all those other times, you know, like I'm talking about the previous one, the spray can or whatever. But yeah, so I love that. And like, the props that they're using are being utilized, I think, in a very relevant way, and they're adding something to it. Sometimes also you see a group throw a prop in there somewhere and you're like, was that necessary?
Yeah.
Like, why do they have that? But &ONE is doing the props right, so I like that. I also
props to them. I'm sorry, I had to.
Okay. I also really like the grab choreography.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I love that part.
Yes.
And I actually don't even know if I noticed it the first times that I watched this. I feel like I only noticed it in recent time of watching. And I was like, oh, I really like that part when they grab the other person and like pull them over to like to the center.
I love that.
It's so different.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so good. I like it. So yeah, the God promotion and title track and everything, it is really a moment, and I'm definitely here for it. But I am more excited for Hit Me Up. Like, when I hear that song, I'm definitely more like, oh my God, okay, like, I love this one. Like, it's just so good. And the fact that as of right now, I don't think that they've done anything for it. I'm like, oh, come on, you've got to be kidding me. Like, how can they not be doing anything for Hit Me Up? Like, it's so good.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Hit Me Up is super good. I really, really like that style from &ONE. I did hear the highlight medley for this album, and like, they played the very beginning with Brian's line of Hit Me Up, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like that song. But no, like, that line, like, is a little bit, you know, like I don't know. I could do without it, but like, you kind of have to just embrace it.
I feel like that line does not bother me nearly as much as Jamin's intro part to both sides. Like, that to me is a line where I'm just like, oh, please, like, I don't like this part at all. The Brian one,
it's like,
I don't know, I guess I embraced it from the start.
I don't think it's necessarily like as bad as some of the other, you know, lines like that in K-pop songs that are similar, but it's funny. Like,
yeah. And I feel like &ONE has always kind of had an element of like cheesiness that they like to embrace and sprinkle throughout. So
but I like did not expect, like, right after that, like, it just immediately, you're like, oh wow, like, this song is gonna have like a beat to it. But actually, I don't know if this is gonna ruin it for you, but it really, for some reason, reminds me of This Is 4. by Twice.
No.
Like, I picture choreography to this song so much, and some of the moves I picture are moves from This Is For.
I'm not gonna lie, guys, I hate the This Is For choreography. I had to see it all the time on Instagram. Like, for some reason they just wouldn't stop showing me clips of it, and it really bothers me.
I really like it.
I've really gotten used to This Is For. But I would not want to start picturing This Is For choreography for Hit Me Up. I don't want to do that.
Maybe if they promoted it, you wouldn't have to imagine your own.
Yeah, they'd have something, and it would be better than This Is For. No, I'm not saying This Is For is bad. I'm just like, I personally don't like the movements that they're making.
Like you said, I really think that they should have done something with the song, but I do think that God is a good title track. A lot of the stuff that you were saying, I totally am on the same page. Like, when I found out this was their concept, I was a little hesitant. I was like, I don't really know. But like, Taemin has this sort of concept a lot of the times, and like, he does a great job. So maybe it won't be that bad or weird or something else that could be negative. I don't know. But I really, really like God. It's very catchy. I'm sorry. I really like ~1's song God. Just in case like anybody's confused that is what we're talking about. We're a K-pop podcast.
We are not trying to make any sort of religious statements. Religion has absolutely nothing to do with this, oddly enough.
Yeah, the lyrics of the song I really like. Like, I think the sentiment and the energy that they're bringing to the stage really give it that first win song feeling. So I really honestly wish that they did get a win, because I'm like, right away from the first performance on M Countdown, I was like, oh, this is so good. Like, I did like the music video, generally speaking, especially compared to their recent ones. But seeing that first performance, I was like, oh, okay, like, yeah. And so I was like, it has that first win vibe, but everybody's still just ignoring them, I guess. I thought the fandom was growing. I hope that, I want ~1 to keep being able to have comebacks, so like, I hope that it is to some extent. But anyway, I also feel like there's strong SF9 vibes here.
Okay, yeah, I could believe that.
Like, definitely, I'm definitely getting that, but that's enhancing it for me. So yeah, all the stages that I saw, I don't think I saw every single one, but they were all enjoyable. Some of the like styling I really didn't like, but some of the styling I really did like. I especially like the traditional pink outfits that they wore for that like special day at Inkigayo. Those
pink
were beautiful.
I didn't see traditional pink. I gotta go back and see. I actually don't feel like I saw that many performances. I ended up just like listening to the songs more so than watching performances of the stuff, because I kept wanting to hear Hit Me Up. So I was like, yeah, I'll hear Hit Me Up, and there's nothing for that, and then I'll just end up watching the music video or like letting the song play for the other ones, because it's like, I'm already here.
Yeah. The ones that did have that more like traditional sort of style and like the flowy cloth like elements obviously were my preference. I was very glad that they were doing styling like that, and the choreography was a perfect mix of graceful and powerful, and so they were just doing a really nice job out there, and I did enjoy this comeback. The promoted B-side, what did you think about that? The one that they actually did go with?
Well, yeah, they went with What You Talking About, and I like it. I don't have a problem with the song. I like Hit Me Up more, but it's still another really good B-side from ~1 for me. Like, I usually highly like all of their B-sides. Like every time that they've had an album, I've been like, oh yeah, I feel like all the songs are good songs. All the songs are songs I'd add. But like, it's just kind of a shame because I just wish it was Hit Me Up that they did instead. But the thing that I like, the point that I like about this song is I feel like even though there's so much going on, like it's the type of song that has a lot of like happenings, it doesn't ever feel muddled to me. Like I feel like a lot of the times you'll have like a group that is doing more, you know, full music, and it will sound kind of like you're being bombarded. I don't feel like I'm getting bombarded, and I think that's nice.
Okay. I will say that I think this is my least favorite B-side on the album, so I was honestly a little bit disappointed that that's the one that they chose to promote. But I don't think it's like a terrible song. But honestly, in comparison to all of their music, it is like one of my least favorites.
Oh wow!
Like there's definitely
I think it's fun.
like
I enjoy it.
Highlights. Like there's moments I enjoy more, but I kind of think the opposite of what you were saying. I feel like
you think it's noisy?
Oh yeah, like I feel like it's hard to pick out like aside from like the few moments, like I feel like it's hard to discern parts of the song.
Well, see, that's why some people end up liking something and another person says, what are you talking about? People have different tastes.
Yeah.
I felt like it was not that way, but okay. Okay. Sure.
So yeah, that's it for ampersand.
Well, I mean, I also liked My Way.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
just
like,
wanted
you can
to say
talk
that
about
I like
anything
it.
else. Yeah, talk about that's probably like it's probably Hit Me Up, God, My Way.
Okay.
And then their like slower one, I forget what it's called. And then
I didn't write it down.
All Eyes on You, and then What You Talking About.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, now we're moving on to Close Your Eyes. They had a digital single, so there's only 2 songs this time, but they are promoting on music shows. So I'll just go through this. So to say once again another time in this episode, and to once again promote the Meower Monthly, which you can find on BlushCat's social media pages. When we were putting that together, we were making the superlatives page, and I was like, well, I think that Close Your Eyes should get a superlative because this comeback is really good once again. I really like Pose. It's a great title track, and I really like the other song as well. But it's so different from their other stuff so far, and each title track that they've had is so different, but they're just pulling it off every single time. And so I wanted the superlative to be something that conveyed that, but then I looked back at the previous Meower Monthly when they had a comeback with X, and we gave them a superlative that was basically saying that exact same thing. So it just, they're consistent, it's holding true. But so that's why we called them genre chameleons. Because that's what we were trying to get across. Like, Pose is just like, it's so good. Like, I really like it. The choreography is once again, oh my god, I need a new way to like I'm
more
just,
vocabulary.
Yeah, I'm noticing it so much in this specific episode. But it's just really good. And it's so satisfying every single time. And the member involvement is great. Like, it's always good when, like, no matter what, like, the lyrics are composing anything. But Kenshin, like, the members were involved with the actual song, but Kenshin also contributed to the choreography. And so I feel like that is more rare for the idols to contribute to, but he has done that multiple times now, and so I think that's definitely really cool. And there are some like kind of random interesting things that I want to bring up that I have seen them do this era promotion wise.
Okay.
So first of all, they had a green screen to react to their music video. And personally, I don't think I've ever seen that before. And like, I had to look to see what other people were saying, and everybody was kind of like feeling the same way that I felt. Like everybody was just very surprised that they did that. Like literally the members were sitting like, you know, and the music video was playing behind them instead of in a little box edited onto the screen for the viewers.
It was like a gaming video rather than a react video.
Yeah, maybe.
Like the video game would be the whole screen and then the person's down in the corner.
Yeah. Like when PLAVE does it. So that was really like funny. But they made the thumbnail for their reaction video be the moment when Kyungbae is flying in the music video, and that part of the music video was so hilarious the first time I saw it. Usually I despise flying moments with a passion, but this one was just too funny. I couldn't like really be that bothered by it because it came out of nowhere. But like the music video, I think is fine. It's a lot better than X. I think it's leaning towards like good rather than just being fine. Seeing the behind though was definitely making me feel more things for it, because you could tell that there actually was a lot of like creative, like, you know, creativity and thought put into the video. And so it made me appreciate it a little more than I did like the first few times watching it. So I don't really have a problem with that. But another thing that I saw is they have this like there's a YouTube channel called Stage We Make, and there's a pose performance video, but there's also this video that they uploaded called Kids Take. And I was like, what is this gonna be? I don't know if like they've done it for other groups before, but I've never seen it. And they literally had two kids with cell phones filming them do the dance. And so like there was another, like, because it was the same channel that uploaded like a more official like video, there was still a camera that was like filming the children so that you could see that it was in fact the kids that were getting these shots. But I just thought it was really cool because it felt very real, and it also showed how strong their performance ability is, because they didn't need to have this like fancy camera work,
specific camera angles,
to make everything look good. They were having like strong expressions. They were, you know, like it felt very much like, you know, their regular performance video or like a music show stage. It didn't feel bland or something like that.
That's really interesting. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah. So I really like it. Yeah.
Okay. I was a real like, you know, I wasn't on board with Close Your Eyes' sound. But then as time has gone on, like literally like the progression of the songs that they have released, I think I've like been liking the style more with each one. And so Pose, I really like it. They just jump right in. Like I was like, oh my god, it's just we're here now. Like it's just starting. That was a lot, but it's interesting because you're talking about them being genre chameleons, and like they are, and I get that and everything. But at the same time, there's such a through line. I mean, I feel like was that there with X and with like Snowy Summer? I don't really know. But with their early stuff, it had such a 90s, early 2000s sound. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys type of sound. But it was more like R&B, like slower type of stuff. This totally has that sound as well. Like it has the like Justin Timberlake sort of vibe. But it's obviously very different because I didn't like those other songs really, and I really like this song. So they're definitely very different, but like I'm still getting that like, you know, sound profile is like coming through somehow. But like at the same time, it's like more colorful is the best word that I could come up with.
I get
in
what
terms
you're
of like
saying.
the sound.
Yeah.
And so it's like poppy and like colorful in the sound. It's not like I feel like if you were to have this, you know, uno dos tres sort of Latin vibe coming through, I'm getting like black and red, you know, and I would say it's a Cheetah Girls sound. Like that's what I would always want to say when I hear people do songs that sound like that. I'm like, oh, they've got like the Cheetah Girls sound because it's like the 2000s and Latin and like it's kind of Cheetah Girls-esque. But this is more colorful than that somehow. Like this is like, it's just got like flavor and zest somehow. I really like it. And I like I think Close Your Eyes is really good with the rhythm. Like the dances that they've been doing lately that's like so rhythm based. I feel like it's such a good strong point for them. Like I think they deliver so well with all this rhythm type stuff.
That's something I didn't bring up. The raps.
Oh yeah.
And Close Your Eyes in general, but in this song especially, I think are very good.
Yeah, I was almost gonna say that the rap parts were my favorite parts, but I was like, I don't really know if I'm thinking of them correctly. Like, I don't know, are these rap parts? Like, because I feel like it's kind of like a larger part of the song, is it?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So I was like, I don't know, is that the rap part? Like, am I being dumb? But yeah, no, it's so good. Like their rhythm,
the groove
is just good.
It's there.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing it.
Yeah. So, and like their behind the scenes stuff, like I've seen a lot of it at this point, and it's always so enjoyable. It's such a good time. So even though Close Your Eyes has been a little more like volatile for me in terms of like whether I like the song or not, like whether I care about it, they've had some really good things, and they're really like, I don't know how to put it, because like I want to say like they're just likable and I like them, but like I feel like I'm just saying that about KickFlip and stuff too. Like I don't want everything to sound the same, you know. But they're another really good group. Yeah. But like I'm not, I still wouldn't call myself fully in it with Close Your Eyes or with KickFlip the way that I am with _1.
Oh, okay.
But like, so that's why I want to keep like, I'm trying to proclaim like how much I like these groups and how good of a job I think they're doing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but I guess I don't really feel like I need to say it so much, or I can say it in a more obvious and straightforward way with something like _1, because I'm like, guys, I'm a fan. Whereas these other groups, I'm like, well, I'm not in the fandom, but they're doing such a good job. So yeah.
Okay. I also just wanted to mention, because I forgot to mention it, but I definitely felt this way. I think that the hairstyling is really good as well.
Yeah, I really like Hyunbae's haircut. And I was like, am I crazy that has he had hair similar to this before already, or is this new for him? Because I felt like it was a fresh look, and I was like, wow, he's really pulling it off.
I believe he said he really hates it being that short.
No, he's doing like it's literally like you can have that haircut and look so like like a regular, you know, like you would look like, oh wow, like you got like a normie haircut or something. He's so pulling it off. I think it's not a mistake in any capacity. I think it's like he's elevated it.
I think everybody's really good. Like it was nice to see some different stuff going on and having it work.
Yeah.
Oh, also rewind back to Kickflip. Have to obviously mention Mint J. That's what I call it. I don't know if anybody else has come up with that clever title for it, but we knew it was coming because he said, "Don't be surprised if I look different tomorrow." And so it was like, "Oh my god, he dyed his hair." And like, you know, like just the shock factor was legendary, but he pulled it off too, so you know, yeah.
I love that Mint J.
Thank you. Well, that's all on Close Your Eyes. We're gonna move on to a group called UNCHILD, and this is a group that just debuted. They are in the same company as Stacy. They are the only other group in that company, so this is their debut. They have 2 songs. The title track is called UNCHILD. Now, did you want to talk about this?
Sure.
Okay.
So basically, I'm gonna say right off the bat that this isn't really for me, in terms of genre and style. But I was like, you know, I'm gonna check it out. We're gonna see how it is, what it's like, and initially, like watching the music video first, I initially thought it was going to be a carbon copy of Kiki. Especially I was like, that blonde girl literally looks exactly like her blonde hair is the exact same blonde hair styling that Kiki girl always has. And pardon me for not knowing names, okay? But I was like, wow, like that's crazy. And come to find out the blonde girl is Han. I was shocked. I was like, I cannot even believe that. And then there was another girl that had short hair, and I was like, she kind of looks like the short-haired girl from Kiki. And I'm like, they're just carbon copying Kiki. Like, this is okay. It's another situation like this again, but it's actually pretty different than anything that's happening right now.
Yes.
And I was shocked by that. I was like, oh, wow, okay, this is this is definitely not really a carbon copy of anything going on right now. Like, sure, it's not like a new thing. Like, they're still pulling from an aesthetic that we've seen before, the neon the neon era, but definitely no one's doing that right now. And it's kind of like Billy, like it's a little bit Billy adjacent in terms of like the rock and the colorfulness that they had going on their early days, but I'd say it's different enough from everything that I'm like, okay, they're doing their own thing here. And so I think it's quite interesting. It's not for me as of yet, just as, you know, the little bit that they have out so far. But I was like, okay, interesting. UNCHILD, interesting.
Okay. Well, I agree with you on that. To explain to everybody just a little bit, Han is one of the members in the group. She was already famous as a dancer and like an influencer type of person. We had seen her like when she was younger, she would do things in the K-pop world. She had a whole video with Pentagon during their Humph era, and so like to see her debuting is very surreal in a way, but you know, like that's one of the reasons that I really wanted to check it out, because I was like, wow, that's like, I can't believe she's actually debuting in a group, and we're at this point now.
Yeah.
But I really dislike the name. I don't care what they're trying to like spin it as meaning. Like, it just doesn't sound good. But like, you know, they're like, is like the opposite of what's ordinary.
And I thought that was so weird, because I'm like, why is the only part that's explained? And you're like, well, they're named UNCHILD because this is the definition of Yeah. And I'm like, okay, and then what about the child part? Yeah, can I say too, I did go and look, because I was like, you know, I don't want to be not knowing and or hypocritical, and they're literally called UNCHILD. So like, is this another group of a whole bunch of kids?
Yeah.
And I was glad to see that most of them are, you know, 18, 19, 20. Han is the youngest, but I'm like, honestly, does that really even matter? Because she's been famous the whole time she's been young. So I'm like, I guess it doesn't really matter for them to be debuting her when she's still young. Like, sure, whatever. So I was glad to see, though, that it's not like so many of the newly debuting girl groups are like, she's 14. You know, I'm like, okay. And they're like, she's 14, she's 15, she's 16. And then this one girl is like 20. And I'm like, wait, what?
But yeah, so it is like, you know, the title track, like I said, is also called Unchild, and the album is called We Are Unchild, and they say we are unchild. So like it's definitely everywhere. But honestly, I don't hate the song. Like, even though they say it so many times, I think it's fine. I am loving the pop punk vibes. I do agree, even though I didn't think of it. But it is giving Billy, but I definitely do think it has Kiki energy,
it does,
for sure. But just I love the use of color. It's just so excellent to see color being used so much. So yeah, it definitely felt very fresh, definitely not overdone. And like, even with that girl's hair, and it's like that green color, you rarely see green hair for idols.
I was like, wow, like this is a new fresh color that they've got going on here.
So just, it made me appreciate it so much, because I was like, okay, like we're debuting this group and it's like, it seems intentional, and I like, you know, they're offering something different here. And you know, I saw a couple of their stage performances and I thought that they were doing a good solid job. So yeah, I'll like have to see. But their other song, Energy, I did notice afterwards that they did have a performance of it at their showcase, so I watched that, and like it was good. But I did like the song just hearing it. I thought it had like a very video game sort of feel to it. But actually, really, it's giving Jellyfish Jam. And I actually, like, I know it's like, you know, probably not, but I would believe if they said that they sampled Jellyfish Jam, because it's that similar. But
more
you
so
know,
than that
bop, am I right?
Is it more so than that other girl group that had that one way back when?
I couldn't remember the other Jellyfish Jam songs. I know there's a few in Kpop.
They pop up every now and then.
But I feel like this is the most.
Okay.
So yeah, I thought it was pretty good, pretty solid.
So yeah, we don't have like a ton of stuff to say about them so far. There isn't a ton happening yet.
Yeah.
But like, figured, you know, let's get our first impression out there, because they did just debut, and you know, we'll see if we are continuing to cover them in the future.
Yeah. Okay, and the last comeback that we're talking about today isn't actually like the most K-pop comeback of comebacks out there. We're talking about Hui from Pentagon, and it's not exactly like, you know, I don't believe there's choreography. He hasn't yet promoted it on a music show.
I don't believe there's choreography.
I don't know if he will perform it on a music show. But it's called Dear Tomorrow. And I just wanted to shout it out because I think it's a nice song. I love, you know, his happiness in the music video. I thought it was a really nice feeling video, and it's just, you know, good to see that he made this song and released it, and that there's a video for it.
Yes. Like, I literally was just like, I like the positive energy here, and it was nice to hear his voice again. Like, I mean, obviously I know he's been doing things here and there, but like, you know, to have an official, like, okay, Hui, like, go.
Yeah.
And, like, that it's so positive feeling.
Yeah.
It was nice. Like, it was kind of like a healing time sort of thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's like, I didn't expect it to be like this, because a lot of Hui's solo music is like, or like when he has like a random single like this, it's kind of on the angstier side or like the ballad side, and it's kind of like emo hours open. But this is like something I would expect from Jinho or something, like, you know.
Yeah.
But well, actually, it's giving Jisung, like Yoon Jisung solo songs, 101.
101. Oh yeah, no, that's what I thought too. Yeah.
But
who are you talking about? 'Cause I don't call him that.
The final note, I do have to say,
I thought you were talking about like the final note of the song.
Oh.
The final note.
I can't go without bringing up lightheartedly the kickflip plagiarism.
Kickflip plagiarism.
I'm sorry. It is like the first thing I noticed, and then once I started noticing it, I couldn't stop. I didn't actually cross-reference, so I don't know if it 100% is the same one, because a lot of the schools in Korea are looked the same and designed the same way. But it might be the same school that Kickflip filmed one of their eras of content at, and like the exterior shots of it and the classroom that he is in. I was like, wow, that like is maybe the Kickflip school. But I didn't even like, I knew that the school looked familiar at first, but I didn't register it was Kickflip until I saw his earbuds and the cord was all tangled up, and I was like, this just happened. Like, why is his cord like that? I'm not supposed to be bothered here. And then like there was a skateboard, and then I feel like there was something else, but then there were the paper planes too, and I was like, it was just kind of like a silly, like, I kept noticing more and more stuff that was also Kickflip.
I was wondering where you were going with that, because I knew ahead of time before I saw it that you were all like plagiarism, and I was like, what is she gonna mean? Like, what is it gonna be? And I saw the like orange foam headphones. I think Park Ji-hoon also has.
Somebody had those, but I didn't remember who it was.
And then I did notice the paper airplanes. I was like, maybe is it like that? But the school, I mean, I feel like a school situation would be like, spot the difference. Like, it's literally like, is this the same school?
But I mean, that is a distinct one, like, in a way.
Well, maybe it's like the school that people get to film at. You know?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so it's definitely nothing serious.
Right.
Good. I'm like,
okay.
if anything, don't people plagiarize Hui? Like,
yeah. Yeah, that's it though. Thank you everybody for tuning in today. We really hope you enjoyed the episode. We also hope you enjoyed the April comebacks. And if you enjoyed any of it, you can let us know in the comments. You can like this video, and you can subscribe to BlushCat and turn on notifications on YouTube, and follow us on Spotify. Shout out to our Spotify Meowers once again, and that's me saying once again for the last time in this episode.
Yes, if you don't check back regularly, then you're going to want to follow, because we've got the PLAVE episode where we have to cover PLAVE's comeback from this month. And then we also have the roundup at the end of the year, where if there were some other comebacks here that we maybe, could have covered and we didn't, we could be covering them at the end of the year.
Absolutely. And there is also potential for us to do another current events or maybe open mic night sometime soon. And we could be bringing up some comebacks that happened this month in that, but I don't know if we're doing that or not. So that's like we said, you have to just subscribe so that you don't miss anything.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. Remember to stay meowing. This has been Viettra.
And me. Bye.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow.